Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of Salty Banter. We're just going to cut straight to it, but I do have one piece of information I want to give to everybody before we get started into the shenanigans, and that is a massive thank you to every single person who has bought merchandise through the Eden Corals and ReefyAF website. 100 Australian dollars went to the Great Barrier Reef Foundation this week. Absolutely amazing. Long may it continue. I am still having a complete battle trying to extract the American money. I filled out 4 A4 sheets of paper, sent them away, and they've said no. So instead of telling me what I've done wrong, I've just to do it again. It's a bit like being back at fucking school.
You need to do it on letter, not A4. They don't recognise A4 in America.
Got to be in a black pen as well, not blue.
Yeah. Sure, you write on a solo cup.
Is that true, Steve?
I don't know. I just made it up.
You don't use
Imperial paper, not metric.
Yeah.
Matt just proving how many meg he's got. Thanks for that, Matt. We're coming to you. We can talk about your internet connection. Okay, so I just wanted to say that massive thank you. It's a huge deal for me to be able to do this, because all the money we collect for the garden centre also goes to the Great Barrier Reef Foundation. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. And you guys have some lovely clothing. It's all good. Okay, first on my screen this week, who is howking at his t-shirt a lot, is Lee. How's your week in reefing?
Yeah.
Other than microphones.
Yeah.
It looks like a Neptune microphone.
Yeah, everything's orange to match.
I just read Lee's
I know they go purple, but...
You called it Terence. You stroke it.
Yeah, Terence. Hi, how are you?
You're on about the
I'm
microphone.
great, Terence, thanks, mate. Do you like it when I stroke your eyes?
Oh, there it is.
It's going to
Shoot some fire out shortly. Burn your fucking house down.
But as far as my reefing week's concerned, I've got an email saying FedEx were picking up my parcel from Poland. And I'm like, what parcel from Poland? Sorry?
Sorry, edit that out.
No, I don't get them from Poland. They're too fucking laid back.
Stop.
No. We don't want any edits.
I don't even want that on my hard drive.
We're doing it live.
So I just got an email saying I'd got a parcel. They were picking up a parcel in Poland for me, and I'm like, what? And then I twigged it's Aquaforest, so that comes Tuesday, so that's my next care package from them. I'm assuming
They didn't boot you yet?
There's no one who's more surprised as me.
It's just a sports bra for him. That's all it is.
Do they not tell you what you're going to get then? They don't tell you what's coming. You just get a surprise package, do you?
No, it's a box to get all their shit and take it back to the factory.
It's a return to sender.
Yeah.
You mean to send our stock back, you fat lying bastard? You said you hadn't thought.
No.
No. Anyway, so yeah, I've got that coming. I've just dipped all my torches again, and I've got lots of wiggly worms off them again. So that's
in gravy.
Yay! Yeah, put them in gravy, obviously, because I love gravy, don't I?
Guy gravy.
Whoa. Are you anti-gravy?
Yeah.
He's anti-gravy. He doesn't eat
wow.
and it's... Yeah.
What? Is Yorkshire not like the home of gravy?
Yeah, Yorkshire puddings.
I've got an eating disorder. That's a problem.
Now,
Stefan has gravy all the time.
Can we translate gravy?
Don't wind him up.
Yeah, gravy's probably
Is it gravy or
It's
sauce?
not that.
Are we talking the same thing?
It's not the
Is
same as your
gravy?
Meaty.
Or is it
Gravy,
sauce?
as in bisto, as in what my doctor prescribed me when I had dysentery. Says it might thicken it up a bit.
What the fuck?
It's going to be a fucking struggle, this one, Ron.
This is a write-off.
But I think in Italy, gravy's different, right? Italy gravy is sauce.
I don't know. I've never been to Italy.
They don't call it gravy, though, do they, in Italy?
Mm.
No, so that's why I'm wondering if you guys call gravy something different, like gravy,
brown shit you put on your roast,
like a fucking cookie or something.
Anyway,
getting back to reefing, which is what we're here for, allegedly. not talking nonsense and insinuating that I'm some kind of anyway. But yeah, I've got.
I'm glad we're getting Lee out of the way first.
I get a feeling when we see the playback, I won't actually be in it. They'll just be a picture of me in a corner somewhere. Oh, that looked good, didn't it? It did it. Do it again. Ooh. No. Anyway. I've been awake far too long. So yeah, like Melinda. Anyway, where's she gone?
She's there. So you don't know what's coming from Aquaforest then. You just literally get a notification that something is coming.
Yeah. And the thing is, last time it came from Bolton, which is UK distributor. This is actually coming straight from them. So it could be something really exciting, or it could be just a letter saying subscription cancelled or sponsorship cancelled, sorry. Which I won't be surprised. I won't be so disappointed either way, but either way. So yeah, other than that, not a great deal's happening. I've done a lot of work on Tank, and people who know, I've put a video up this morning. But yeah, that's about it really. And I bought a new microphone and stand and stuff, and it's all fucking working, which is good.
Are you happy with it?
I'll be happier on Monday when my headphones come, because I accidentally ordered a spare of headphones, same as yours, so I could have an orange white match because I'm a complete not a bitch. But I've ordered them in white.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you click on something, you think, I've no money in bank, it won't go through, and it went through, and I'm like, oh, I've got to find 156 quid now.
Is that how normally people work purchases? I've not got anything in my bank. I'll buy it because they won't send it because I've got no money.
What it is, I get when I get tired, I get confused on websites, and I press the buy now button instead of go to checkout.
That's a fucking excuse. I was tired.
Yeah, and for some reason it went through, and I'm like, it normally just fucking bounces it. So I've got a new set of headphones to come and an orange wire to match. But yeah, and I've still got some of them bagged up.
Oh, your USB cables that you got on Amazon.
Yeah, but I found purple ones at the same price now as well.
So you're going all purple?
I was thinking about it, but
like a Ribena, baby.
If you just hold your breath long enough, Lee, you will.
Yeah.
I'll turn blue. I don't go purple, I go blue. Red and blue.
So is the
I look like Dave then.
Is the purple thing an Aquaforest kind of thing, or you just
No, purple actually is my favourite colour. It's closely followed by orange and then blue. But yeah, I'd already got an orange cable, so I went orange, and I'm like, well, I should have gone fucking purple, but
yeah. What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't
know. Tom, you got to stop. I keep looking at you. I can't.
This Mollies in purple. Sorry.
Got the questions today. It's everyone's favourite colour.
Yeah.
I think you should change the curtains as well, Lee, just to match as well.
No, that means that. No, I'm not buying curtains. They were when I moved in.
It's pretty obvious what my favourite colour is.
Sorry?
It's pretty obvious what my favourite colour is.
Is it blue?
Green.
I was surprised when you sent me a picture of your cable. You had a orange watch on, not a green one.
Oh, I was wearing an orange t-shirt yesterday. I'm wearing a green t-shirt today, so I'm wearing a green watch strap.
See, I don't feel as much of a bitch now. I know that you wear your t-shirt to match your watch.
Yep.
Lee, I think you have enough boxes where you wouldn't have to buy curtains. You can just spread them out in front of the window.
Gordon, that's barely half of it.
Oh, I bet. Go to your mom's house, right?
Yeah.
I disagree, Ron. I don't think you've got a green watch strap because of the t-shirt. I think it's because your helmet changes colour.
I was going to say, colour of his sack, that is.
It has been known to change colour quite rapidly. Anyway, moving on. I'm next on the screen. I don't have much to report other than being on the Reef Network with Tom and Reef Bum and Rob, which was great fun. I don't think he got my sense of humour at all, but
not even a little bit.
But it was a really good giggle.
You enjoyed yourself, yeah.
I did, and he was such a nice guy as well. It was very good fun. So hopefully we'll get him back on. Reefing wise, I'm sending a box of corals to Ryland this week, so I was getting them tidied up, ready to leave probably on Tuesday. And the only other thing was I was talking to Rob about the phosphates in the big shop tank. So about this time last year, they tested at 0.3, and I was like, oh. And then about 3 months later, 0.6. Month later, 0.8. and then I got over 1. And then recently it crept up to 1.3. Now, absolutely zero signs of distress or any problems with anything. The tank looks dynamite. In fact, it probably looks the best it ever has. The corals are all looking great. But there is a trend, so it's time to start doing something. I don't want to go back to ReefyAF. I was actually speaking to Rob about this week because he has got me to order Lanthanum. I'm going to try some Lanth. Because
Lanthanum's awesome.
I was talking to him about ReefyAF and the fact that it actually takes out some traces. Now, I know some people are not believing of this, but there is definitely a paper out there. Spoke to Rob about it. We spoke about the person. Do you remember what the name was, Rob? Sorry, you said the person who did it?
Yeah, it's Oceano.
That's
yeah,
it.
I can't remember the guy's name.
And I'm not dosing traces to then just have them pull back out. So I'm going to try Lanthanum, and I know it's risky, but I'm going to go 2 mil to begin with. This is Rob's helped me with all of this. I am a dum-dum. So I'm going to do 2 ml into my roller filter every day and just start testing once a week and just see where it takes me.
Are you making your own, Rob?
No, I just ordered it. It's 20 quid for 500 ml and at 2 ml.
Tropic Marin.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good stuff is that. That's what I use.
If it helps, I use that as well with Bruce, and I've not seen any effects or anything.
And if it helps, I dose 30 ml a day.
30?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But you've got
straight into his arse.
Load. Straight to his arse.
Yeah. No, it goes through. I've got a little funnel that fits in it. I use them for Hannah checkers for these little ones.
From Aquaforest. Penis funnel. Yeah.
Penis funnel?
If you ever watch any of these, that's it. I'm gone.
So yeah, I'm going to be dosing Tropic Marin, Phos Rapid.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
I'm going to give
it clearly labelled. Like all Tropic Marin stuff is
so stupid. I wish somebody would just go into that office when they're all choosing names and go, "No, you fucking morons! Nobody's going to know what that means. Make it easy." I know it's difficult to maybe come up with a new name, but they're not very good at it, in my opinion. So yeah, that's.
I mean, they could have called it Lanthanum because that's exactly what it is. So that would have been quite sensible.
I'm sure nobody owns the right to that word.
It's all right for you guys in America because you can buy the swimming pool stuff, and it's like 100 times more concentrated. So you only have to use a fraction of it. And it's fucking like $20 a bottle, whereas we can only get the standard Lanthanum, which is a hell of a lot dearer for the quantity you would get.
It is, but that's why the Americans have killed more than we have with Lanthanum.
Yeah.
I have water it down, horror stories of.
What you got to remember is 90% of English people are more intelligent than most Americans anyway. Sorry, Jim.
No, don't start that one, Lee.
There was a guy.
Are you representing us, Lee? Sorry.
Yeah, Lee's in that 10%.
I'm far from intelligent, me.
I'm trying to remember the name of the guy who was on the Reef Beef podcast, and he was then on Reef Bum, and they did a chat about Lanthanum, and he lost every fish. He lost
a lot, I remember it.
Can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, it's dangerous, and I'm going to be going very, very slowly. But Rob was saying it sucks the phosphate out so fast.
Yeah, it's epic stuff.
Is it fluoride? It also precipitates.
Yeah, it can pull out, but very low.
Not compared to Roa. Yeah.
There's a paper on it as well that suggests that it can actually tackle flatworm. Aquaporate flatworm if it's dosed at the right ratio of your litre of your system volume. So it's 1 mil per 100 litres of your system volume. As long as you keep the concentration that level or slightly higher, it kills off planaria.
Yeah, it's fucking high level though. I'll be shitting myself to dose 1 mil per 100 litres.
That would be 9 ml for me a day. I'm going for 2.
That's all right if you do it for a short.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You don't have to dose it every day. You just dose it to break a cycle. Is what I'm saying. So you would naturally you would let your tank increase to a certain level, and then you would dose it to bring it back to where you wanted it, and maybe do it. I don't know, once every couple of weeks or something. Not every day.
That's one of those things where I can't, in my head, I can't work out how that works on flatworms. Pulling phosphate out, not affecting anything else.
Must do something else, though, eh?
I'm
They
famous to
might
say
just not like lanthanum. Might be toxic to them or something.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Maybe.
it was done by a doctor or something. Somebody had well enough educated to publish it.
Was it Dr. Ronald McDonald, PhD?
Could have been. He's got some banging papers, that bloke.
He's gonna make a comeback sometime soon.
Well, you have been known to be called a doctor, so.
Yeah. He's been called a lot, Jim. Let's face it.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, next on my screen is
wait.
Well,
so do you plan on doing this long term now? You don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm going to see how it's going to work. I'm doing my tests once a week, and I need to get it down. I mean, it even at 0.3, I wasn't concerned, but now looking at my tests that I've been doing it bi-weekly, there's a trend and it is on the way up, and it's gonna get dangerous. So yeah.
Is that tank on automatic?
Really?
Yes, it is, Jordan. Yep.
That's the big
shop system. Yeah, the 900 litre.
Are you feeding more, or what's different that you think
Well,
the Phos?
I'm not feeding, am I?
You're not feeding?
No, I'm.
There's 24 staff now.
I'm perfect.
They all feed
Someone's feeding, though.
You know what? Past tank go. Oh,
Yeah.
fishes look good.
Customers come in,
No feeding.
put a quarter in one of those machines and turn it, and they can feed the
Yeah, it's a good idea, Jim.
fish.
Get some money coming in.
You per staff.
Yeah, come in my shop and pay 50 feet to feed my fish.
Yeah, Ron's a
I'll do that
millionaire.
fucking
Ron's a
business.
millionaire, and his fish are all dead. Brilliant. Right,
Ron
so
has like 12 quarters and his fish are all dead.
yeah,
I could do like one pellet for £1.
one pellet. Fuck me.
Isn't that the store that's got the fish tank? The kids would all want to come. You'd have little 5-year-olds running around buying pellets.
We are
They do it
thinking
my
about-
LFS.
We are thinking about bringing
Lee
up
would be in the bushes.
we're thinking about bringing up all of our outdoor.
I'm not a creep. I'm not a weirdo.
I give up. Steve, you're weak in reefing.
You missed out. You actually, there was a bit of a personal revelation from you this week as well.
Oh, go on.
I love dong.
Yes, I do.
Well done, Steve.
And the funny thing is, before I said it, and I've said it before on Talking Bollocks, like last year and stuff like that. Before I said it, I knew it was coming. Because how else do I say it? I love Mr. Zoo. So yeah, we should get him on the Reefers Network, Tom. All joking aside,
Yeah, definitely.
guy's
Definitely.
fucking brilliant.
Definitely.
And bum, so we could have dong and bum all in one show.
Oh, yes.
Need to put them next to each other.
I've just sent you that paper, you and Rob, that paper on Flatworm if you want to
On the
share it
Flatworm.
afterwards. Yeah,
Ah,
I
cool.
don't know how you do it, so it's there anyway.
No worries.
It was in Coral magazine in 2020, so fairly recent to be fair.
Okay.
Anyway,
Right. So,
Sure.
Steve, other than recording sound clips of me making a complete cock of myself, how's your week in reefing been? So, I mean, obviously you're getting ready to move house.
It's looking all right. Nothing much is dying at the moment, which is a good sign. Yeah, I am.
That's a
getting
great
ready
bar to set. Nothing much is dying.
Do a video on that, Steve.
Nothing but my power head this week.
Everything's to go.
Yeah, everything is kind of ready to move. In fact, once we finish Salty Banter, my desk is being dismantled.
Oh, wow.
And kind of stacked up so that the container that Lee put me in touch with can go here, and then all the livestock can be moved into it, ready for the tank to be moved, etc. But I did get to the bottom of a bit of a mystery I had as well. After the Roaphos issue, sorry, not Roaphos, the
No box.
No-pox issue, I was cleaning the glass one day and I've got an all-metal scraper.
Yeah.
And I was cleaning it, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I'm getting a shock from this. What the hell is going on? So I got my multimeter out and I kind of held onto one probe and I just dipped the other probe in. Yeah, 110 volts AC. I'm like,
Holy fuck.
whoa, that's not good. So go through everything, switching it off one at a time.
Heater.
Heater.
TMC pump, Ron.
I was like, is it my TMC pump? What is it? I found the root cause, but not because it just kind of went away while I was testing it. I couldn't get it to happen again. I thought, you know what? When I break everything down and rebuild the tank, I'll try and work out what it was. But then I looked in my sump a couple of days later, and I thought that's really weird. My UV isn't on. And I don't know if you can see that.
Is that your cheap
Is that a TMC
AliExpress
you
one?
any chance, Steve?
This is my my AliExpress special, and yeah, it was filled up with water. The inside where the tube goes, and you can see.
At least I kept it cool.
Yeah, it's eaten away the UV's kind of deteriorated the rubber on the end in the 2 weeks it was running.
2 weeks.
And yeah, the water got into it and shorted out, and that's why I was getting tingling sensations.
Well, rather that than your dildo, Steve.
Yes. Definitely.
That is a genuinely really good insight into the pitfalls of saving money and buying really cheap stuff. I'm not advocating people go out and buy everything Ecotech, Neptune, Radian, blah blah. That's not what I'm saying. Fuck off. And
not everybody can afford Stratons, my guy. So,
but that is a really good, interesting insight into the pitfalls of that. That's fucking shocking. 2 weeks.
It's shocking.
Literally
Quite
shocking.
as well.
Very good one.
What the J-Bow UVs had the same story. Like, I guess the UV disintegrated the plastic from the inside out, just kind of turned it into a black powder.
Yeah, so I think this was a knockoff of Jabal. It was a G-Bow.
It's a cheap Jabal.
Nicknamed the house burner.
So a knockoff.
Yes.
That's like going to Nettles and going, have you got cheaper? These baked beans at a penny a tin. Have you got any for that?
So what's your takeaway from that then, Steve?
Well, I wanted to I was shopping around for something for a salinity probe that wasn't outrageously expensive, which I found. While I was shopping around, it said, "Oh, you've bought some fish tank shit. Have a look at all this other fish tank shit." And I saw a UV, and I needed a UV, so I thought, 36 quid. I'm not expecting it to be brilliant, but let's give it a go and kind of see if we can document it.
And it almost killed you.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Electrifying.
Fuck away from them, everybody.
Yes.
No, you've got to share the good and the bad in this hobby, and that's bad.
Yes. Yeah. So I've made me a little video for it. That's going to go live. I can't remember when it goes live, but
it makes you wonder also, just like it should be UVC light. It's probably fucking nowhere near it. It's probably just some random shit light that comes out doing absolutely nothing.
It's just
just
You should do an ICP.
Yeah, I think there's a place to save money and there's a place to buy decent kit, and I think UV with water running through it and electricity is like
can't beat TMC quality.
The fuck.
But apart from that, I picked up a Symphilia.
This episode sponsored by.
Don't you dare.
Tropical Marine Center.
How many of you guys even have? Like, y'all make fun of it, but do you all have one or two things of TMC?
No.
All the fish.
I had, and it fucking blew up after 2 months.
Ish. There we go.
Sorry, Steve, what were you pointing at, sir?
I got Symphilia from my local fish store, and I picked up a little kind of turquoise and red ACAN as well.
I thought he was going to wait until he moved before you bought. Perch.
Well, that was the plan.
Little Blenny.
He's waiting from now on, Rob.
Yeah. I mean, you must be breaking that tank down then imminently.
Yeah. Wednesday, hopefully. I'm hoping to empty it Wednesday, take it to the new place, and reassemble it, fill it up.
You'll stop buying livestock on Tuesday afternoon then.
Yeah. Maybe Wednesday morning.
Fuck's sake.
Are you putting it all into like buckets or anything, Steve?
Yeah, so I've got a big pallet tank, I think they're called, like the hard plastic.
Doulav thing.
Yeah, something like a Dolo thing. That I will put on the floor in here, fill it up, put all the coral and fish in, move the tank, fill the tank up, and then once it's installed at the new place, leveled, filled and everything, then I'll take the fish out of that, put them into individual buckets and take them up and release them in the new tank.
There's a video on YouTube somewhere of somebody swapping a Red Sea tank, Steve.
Was that?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Really?
Yeah, you
Tell me his fucking seal went.
You get one, about one a week.
You need a staff.
Yep, staff.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to make a video of it, and I'm going to call it "How to Move Your Fish Tank Without Using Staff."
Oh,
Not hands free. It's like staff free. Staff free fish tank.
How the common people move stuff.
The way you're fucking around with that, then your wife's basically moving the whole house, everything else.
No, we
move
the following day.
Oh,
Move the following day. So I've spoken to the guy. I'm buying.
Oh, so he's letting you in early, is he?
So he used to work in a reef shop. And I messaged him and said, "Look, I've got a reef tank. Any chance I can move it up the day before?" And it's like, "Yeah, no worries."
He's like, "No, fuck off, you mug."
So basically, he's getting himself a free reef tank by the sounds of it.
Yeah. It's in and set up. Oh, I'm changing mine now. I don't want to sell the house.
Yeah. Just take it with him. Goes in my house. It's mine. Fuck off.
It's not a fang blenny. It's a Midas blenny, unless that's the same thing, but with a different
no, it's
name.
not the same thing. I couldn't.
Okay.
I've been trying to say it, but I couldn't get a word in.
I kind of heard something about a blenny at some point, and then I just saw your message pop up.
Because I can see it, like in the background. I'm going, is that a fang blenny?
Yeah, no, a Midas blenny.
Okay.
Midas, not Midas.
Midas.
Well, either that, the UV,
It's like the Australians call them goonies, not gonnies.
Go on, Zach, quick.
Call them gonnies.
Zach, quick, speak.
Quick. Goonies.
I was going to say it's better for that UV to burn this house down rather than your new one.
Yeah.
Nice that started there first.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
why I
God.
tried it here.
I didn't know what the front of Zach looked like. I'm only used to seeing his ass crack.
I was going to say his arse crack's better.
Yeah,
Okay, Jordan, it's amazing to see you. What's been going on with you?
Man, I happy to be here. First of all, it's been a long fucking time. Tank's been just coasting, honestly. Just keep the Alpha Reef full and keep the auto feeder going, and pretty much it. I mean, I bought a couple of freshwater mollies a couple weeks ago, and they went from being like sheepish little fish that hide to like the biggest pigs. Like they're right up at the top of the tank when I'm feeding the tank. They're at the nori clip, rubbing elbows with the tanks and stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see, but I've been just letting it coast because of school and everything. So
did you acclimate them to salt water, or did you just plop?
Yeah. So I was actually talking to Zach about this a bit, but I acclimated them over like 7 hours, which is still pretty quick. I know Zach said he does it over 2 or 3 days, but some people will do it, like you said, just throw them in and hope they do okay. But no, I had no issues. Yeah, they're mollies, exactly. I paid like $8 a piece, but I wanted, doesn't matter.
Holy cow.
Are they black mollies?
No, they're these like orange and white mollies, but
Why have you put mollies in the tank?
Pardon?
Put mollies in.
Was that?
Matt, just put it in messages and I'll read it out for you.
I wonder if
Type it out, Matt. It's easier. Just type it.
it must be what you're using, Matt. Are you using your phone or a laptop or?
No, I'm going to go on my phone. I'm literally.
Your phone was better last time.
It was.
Literally where I normally sit. I've just tested my internet. It's good. I think it's the laptop.
I can hear you now.
The laptop.
It's the laptop. Yeah.
Now, so why have you put mollies in your tank?
If I'm being completely honest, because I'm on a budget and I'm kind of bored and I wanted to do something fun. And I saw a couple of guys in the Discord doing it, and I've got tons of algae that they can graze on and wanted to give it a go. So, and I have tons of room for fish. So I just don't really know. Like, everything's really peaceful and I don't want to like put a wrench in that. And I knew mollies wouldn't be an issue as far as like aggression. And yeah, ultimately I got tons of bryopsis and hair algae they can hopefully go at, but so far they just hogged the nori. So we'll see.
So have you seen them eating any of the bryopsis?
No shot. They're just like hogging all the food. They're not touching the algae at all. So we'll see.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Don't feed them. Yeah, just don't feed them. I'm honestly only like I'm more worried about everything else in the tank eating. They're pigs; they'll eat anything.
Not bryopsis.
But not bryopsis, yeah.
Bummer. Anything else happening? I mean, you've left the shelter now. That's you.
Kind of. I'm not officially left there, but I have no scheduled shifts. So I'm starting my new job at the the private practice clinic. I'm a vet tech, by the way, or soon to be vet tech for.
I now know who you are. Hello.
I would love to.
Hey, congratulations.
Very quickly play a game before we move on to Melinda. I would like all of the new people that have joined in the last 6 months to guess which age Jordan is.
Oh, show me. Put in full
19.
screen.
19 was the first answer. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Let's go. That's a pretty good guess.
Let's go 45.
Oh man.
22.
22. Okay.
26.
26.
You all know my eyesight sucks.
Tom?
I'm always wrong.
What age do you reckon Jordan is?
30.
Oof. Okay. Lee?
Well, I did say 27, but I'm going to 35.
35 from 27?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Fuck just happened?
The price is right. Come on,
Yeah,
down.
do we win Jordan if we get it right? Do we win it?
He's going to be really old and looks really young, or he's going to be really, really young and look older.
So
did he come out your cellar?
12.
Even Rob, what age do you think he is?
I'll say 28.
I said 22.
22. Go on, Jordan.
I'll be 28 in April. So
hey, well
27. So kept me fucking numbers on.
But Lee's genuinely devastated that you're not going to be living in his cellar, Jordan.
Too old.
Jordan.
You could have done maintenance something for me.
Is Jim your brother?
It's Jim, your brother.
To be fair, though, there were quite a few comments on Friday about Rob looking like Keith's brother from another mother.
Yep. Definitely.
Yes. With the glasses and a little bit of stubble.
Okay, Melinda, I know it's very, very early morning on Monday for you, but what has been happening in your week in reefing? You've had a busy week.
I haven't really.
You've posted a lot of stuff. You're always tinkering and doing. Your camera is also very blurry.
Oh no, I've ordered a new one. I've actually tried to keep my hands out of the tank this week, other than like ICP results finally came back, so I did my corrections. I went to Gallery Aquatica today to got a couple of frags.
They're lovely, by the way.
I'm really, really happy with that blue one.
That blue one's gorgeous.
Very pretty. I hope it stays shapy. What else have I done?
Did you say the blue one's a Bavaria?
Batavia is a coral farm in Western Australia. Years ago, like before Australia was even settled, there was a ship actually called Batavia that shipwrecked there, and then they all like cannibalized and tried eating each other. Big story. But yeah, Batavia Coral Farm is where that frag came from.
Is everyone just bored as fuck? I mean,
So I'm just looking at
I'm
Zach.
sorry.
Zach's turned himself into a pirate. Julian's put himself on a television. Jesus fucking Christ. Lee is even behaving himself.
I was just typing then. Sorry. I think the pirate hat would suit Julian much better than Zach.
Well, he's now got stupid sunglasses on now. So, and I do appreciate your name, Lee. I did notice it. Sorry, Melissa. On you go.
It's my Scottish uncle's name.
Yeah.
Sorry, Melinda.
Yeah.
He fixed your KH director or whatever it is. You're
Fuck
having.
no. That was turning me into an alcoholic.
Right, so that's still in bed.
They've given me more things to do to try and fix it, and I keep like getting up each morning going, no, I don't want to do that, because I'm just that frustrated with the whole thing. I've just turned it off. I've put the alkalinity on the doser, and
yeah, okay.
Did you try spray painting it?
No, I have not tried spray painting it. That was one of the suggestions.
I saw Coral Views selling a KH Care for $300. I don't know if that'd be less frustration, or if it's such a pain
I'm waiting
to.
for the new Mastertronic or the new Kamoa. I think I'm just every 6 months the KHG just goes into critical meltdown, and I'm not technically minded, and I just lose my shit. So the KHG I think is going to get drop kicked.
Right in the yard.
It's a little bit like the Trident. The Trident's been absolutely brilliant for me, but when it does go a wee bit wanky, it is so fucking frustrating because it's so delicate. You feel like you open it up and you feel like a bit's just going to break off in your fingers.
Not to pull the disabled card here, but imagine doing all that with one hand.
I don't actually know how you do it, Lee. Seriously.
Yeah, okay, it's
got kids for it, hasn't he?
Even get just cover off.
I just keep mine in a box.
Last time they tried getting me to do this, the float switch, the last time I touched it, it snapped. And now he's telling me that I've got to like twist it 12 times to the left. And I was like, as soon as I get that out, it's going to snap again. And then it takes me 2 weeks to get a replacement part. And it's just like, no, can't do it.
Can't you send it in for them to repair?
Oh, overseas. Yeah, and it would cost me about the same to send it over there and for them to send it back as buying a brand new one.
Sounds like
Is it the factory one you've got?
Sorry?
Is it the Reef Factory one you've got?
No, it's the Dr. Bridge KH Guardian.
Oh, the blue and white one?
Yeah.
Dr.
The
Bridge,
original.
you say?
Dr. Bridge, yep.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
I had one of
It
those.
was supplied by D&D in UK. It's an offshoot with Deltec. Who supplies them now? Funny enough, the lad in Bridlington used to do all distributing. But yeah, it's a really unusual make that no one else they don't do what else but them. They're cracking. When they're working, they're brilliant units. But
Never heard of them. Crazy. Oh well, best of luck with that.
It's a brilliant piece of equipment when it works.
Yeah, all of it is.
Like a
Yeah,
Ferrari.
like most things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great when it works.
I don't work, so I don't understand that.
Yeah, fuck it. Okay, Jim, Mr. Reset on that big tank of yours. How's it going?
I've done a lot of work. I've got all the coral out, so I'm done yanking coral and pushing
You
shit.
do fucking shit.
I do fucking shit, but my I don't do fucking shit tank is still I don't do fucking shit. So I had to do it. Like I had to get motivated to do it. Like so all the coral's out. I've been just weekly check-in numbers to adjust my doser for calcium, mag, and alkalinity, and it's just been dropping a little bit because some of the really healthy frags have just moved right into my frag tank, so that offsets the drop a little bit. I started, so you guys know you do big changes to your tank and shit starts to swing one way or the other. Some stuff you can measure, some stuff you just got to try and figure out what's going on. So I had some cyano start building up. My frag tank started having cyano build up. So I decided to make a gigantic water batch so that I can do a water change. And Wednesday I threw some chemiclean in, or Thursday I threw a dose of chemiclean in. So the cyano is almost gone. I think they say 48 hours for that. I usually do 72. So later today, I'll do a big water change. And since there's I don't know, 30, 40 frags in my tank still, I'm going to clean everything that I couldn't get to. So I've been scraping some of the back of the glass, getting some coralline off for areas I couldn't get to. And I'll do a big cleaning again. What's that?
Attacked your aptasia that you couldn't reach?
I've been hitting some aptasia, but aptasia is kind of a pain in the ass. If you have it under a rock, you can't really attack it. You need something to eat it. So, I've attacked a little bit of aptasia, and you guys know how aptasia works. You attack a big aptasia and it'll go away, and a week and a half, 2 weeks later, there'll be 3 or 4 little ones around it, and you have to attack those right away before they get big. And then you can get ahead of it. But if you just try and do a one-time dose, you're just spreading it. So,
do you think your filefish does anything for the aptasia?
I saw it nibble aptasia once, but other than that, I've never seen it eat it. So I'm gonna try and get some aphasia eating Nutrabronx and go from there.
Aussie stripey, a little one, and then once it gets big, in the bush.
It's about a week later then.
Do you eat it? Are they bony? Or should you?
And they just grow really fast.
Yeah.
Do you have a copper band?
No.
I saw a paper earlier on this week at Bermuda. Then we were breeding fish. It begins with E. I can't say it now.
Biota.
Yeah.
Thank you. They've started breeding a new type of nudibranch. It's called a spirulina nudibranch, and it's about a year big.
Yep.
And it's supposed to be absolutely annihilating for aptasia.
It looks like a big brown fluffy thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the one.
I heard it eats other things too.
3 inches is that
you don't want it to eat. You got to be careful with it.
So stripies when they get big.
Yeah. Jordan, I know. I want a copper band. That's why I asked ZB about his copper bands that he got in and buying one from him down the road. But I would like a healthy copper band. I've had one copper band, but it was in bad shape. The fish store gave it to me and said, see if you can heal it. And it died in a day. So
Zach will hook you
no
up.
copper band for me. I would love one.
Love them. Yeah.
He'll quarantine it for you. Sell you at cost.
I would love to have one. Like, they're a great fish. I don't know how my tangs would do. Tank's pretty established.
You've got yellow tangs.
What's that?
Have you got yellow tangs?
One.
They're dickheads towards copper bands, I've found.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob's copper band is up there eating with the biggest of his fish. If you get a good fish, I think it's just different if you get a good fish.
To be fair,
but what about the other fish?
I will back Liam up on that. My yellow does have a go at him every now and again. Yeah, I think it's just because
shape size.
Yeah.
Yeah, my yellows are too busy getting fucked by the convict tank. They ain't worried about no butterfly fish.
Yeah. I still remember the first time I came to Rob's, every time convict went past your point, I went, dickhead.
Jim, how do you introduce me to fish?
Depends the fish. So, tangs I would introduce different than
like a formal introduction. You stop at the door, ring the bell.
Good day.
I just mean,
Good day, mate.
a nice fishing box, or do you just kind of acclimate and then throw them in? Or?
So, well, with tangs, it's a whole different thing. It would be multiple days in a fish box, mirrors on the tank. You know, introduce it when it's dark, like let it out of the box when it's dark. It's a whole process. Like in my tank, to introduce a tang, I wouldn't introduce one at a time. I'd kind of spread out the fighting. The file fish, I just dumped him in. Like, well, I put him in an observation tank for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Then I moved him to my frag tank for another 3 or 4 weeks, and then I just dumped him right in. But I did it at night. I did it when it was dark, so I dumped him in. And but he's a foul fish.
Foul fish. No fish seem to take any notice of foul fish today.
Yeah, they're weird. The chromies do kind of go at them a little bit when they're fucking in the corner and tell them to get out of there, but they just bounce off. Is
that what they say?
Yeah. They're interrupting the fucking.
If you want to watch, you've got to pay.
Yeah. So, but other than that, like, but I did do a lot of work. Like I cleaned my skimmer because I want to run my skimmer while I'm running the chemiclean. So I just have the drain hole opened up running into my sump. So before I ran this, I cleaned the skimmer real good, get all the gook out of the neck, and I didn't want that all just flushing right back into my tank. And so I've done a little bit of work. I have. I've reefed. Every time I come down in the basement. What's that?
Didn't Nyos invent something that cures cyano in 2 days?
Cyano control, yeah.
I think they've cured reefing in the last weekend, actually. It's all sorted.
New sponsorship.
I'm going to add some mollies too, Jordan.
Are you?
That's cool. You're doing that. I'm going to add them to my frag tank because I don't want to deal with fish disease because it's all the same system. So I'm going to add mollies to but I'm going to buy them for $1.50 each. You know, just get some black ones, not $8. Fuck that.
Yeah, I don't have like good options around here. It's just PetSmart, and that's what they go for. So.
Wow.
But yeah, they're like, as far as saltwater fish, like you're paying like $30 here for a damsel fish. Like, so $8 just feels like nothing.
And you don't have to worry about disease.
That's the nice part. Yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
That is a win. That is definitely a win.
It is. It's like black molly, black tang, difficult.
Easy now, easy. Anyway, Rob, how's your reefing been? Now, I have to say, I do notice what you have in the background quite clearly, and the angle you're filming from today. What the fuck is that on your elephant's head?
He's such a. It was meant to be discreet and not brought to attention, and you just focused straight.
Any
Let me have a look and see what it is.
Let's have a look what it is, shall we?
This is a product I'm thinking.
Can you tell what it needs?
So it's where's my camera? There's my camera. So it's. Can you read it?
Bobby the.
Yeah, that's the manufacturer.
Bobby the.
Lee, why did you?
Bobby
the. That's the manufacturer. Spaff juice for vibrant corals, and it's just £999.99 for 10 millilitres. Yeah. But you've got to dose 100 ml a day, unfortunately.
So it's £10,000 a day.
Yes, but it significantly improves your coral, and I have absolutely fuck all evidence for that. And that's based on all reefing manufacturers around the world.
What you need to do is you need to take the brand name and make one of the letters a different colour.
Yes,
fucking genius.
Millionaire.
Absolutely. Probably might need to cut that out, Ron, but anyway.
Does it make salt?
Yeah, it makes anything.
It's all salty.
Yeah, one product does fucking anything.
Sorry, Rob, juice is ready salted.
I had to mention it because what a waste of a thing. What a fucking waste.
Oh dear, yeah. I like the company name. It's catchy.
Yes, I'm a fan.
Yeah, just BTC. That works.
Have your grandkids asked what it is yet?
My wife gave me. She just picked it up and went, "The fuck is that?"
not after sponsorship, Rob, but
Instantly just blamed it on Ron. Just blamed Ron instantly.
I'll bet.
I said, you met Ron the other day. You know what he's like.
I dropped the C-bomb, and then 10 seconds later, you said it straight away.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, she just went, shouldn't it be called Ronnie? But anyway, right. So I'm a born again bolus. So I'm exercising the
That what your
devil's
top
back
says?
of calc.
Another one.
It does say it.
No, your jumper. I
this
see
is some-
BO.
BO. No, that's it. It's just describing the owner. Bought this in Australia. This.
Yeah, so you and Keith were cupping one another on Friday night on the bolus method.
We were, yeah. So, but he's doing his properly because he's buying fauna marine stuff, and I'm making my own basically. So, surprisingly, does exactly the same as theirs. It's weird, but it's almost like it's the same chemical but with a different label on the. No, can't be, surely not.
No, you have to buy.
Yeah, because there's at least £400 difference in price.
They whack off 1,500 unicorns for every bottle.
Rob, is there have to be like a specific, like bicarb or like regular sodium carbonate or?
Your microphone is dog shit, Jordan. Yeah, it's like you're talking through a bag of cocks.
And you know what that sounds like.
Yeah, just what?
I need subtitles for Jordan when he talks.
Is this better?
That's much better.
That's
what did you
better.
just do?
Yeah.
I just changed the mic to my laptop.
Took the cock out.
Turned it on. Turned the cock out his mouth.
So it's the mic on the AirPods that sucks.
Yeah, well, Mr. Budnick used to use AirPods, and it was exactly the same problem.
Sorry.
What was he saying anyway?
Up and it worked wrong, mic.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it's like has to be a specific ratio of like sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate. Because I know it has something to do with like the pH in the morning and how all that works. I'm not sure,
it's
but
just straight bicarbonate. That's all it is.
Okay,
nothing else. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's cheap, simple, and I mean the tank's dead, but it's nice.
And then you just have regular 3-part going on in the background, like without the alcohol. Obviously.
With magnesium and calc. Yeah, just dose that as you would normally. Yeah, I mean it's just dosing, but the alk just goes in one ear. That's all it is, really. I mean it's weird. It feels very wrong to do it.
And how many ml are you dosing before lights go on?
500.
500
mil. It's probably not going to be enough either because the alk is dropping, but I might need to up it a bit. But yeah, it's just weird to put that much in one hit, and then because your head goes, the alk's just going to go through the roof, but it doesn't. It is.
How long is that hit? Is it 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
20 minutes. I do. Yeah, it goes 7:10 to 7:30. It goes in, and then the lights come on at 7:30. So it's kind of there, available when the lights go on. I didn't do the weird ramp up with the lights. I just because they tell you to go 20% whatever your highest daily peak is right at the beginning. I didn't do that, but I did move the ramp period from I think 90 minutes to probably 20 minutes. So they just ramp a lot.
Do you have to put it in a certain spot? Like, do you dose it into a stagnant spot in your tank? Do you dose it into the skimmer?
I dose it straight into the sump, but I've got a pad in the sump, so it's pretty mixed anyway.
So it doesn't. Nothing weird happens. It just goes in. It doesn't.
Yeah, it just goes in. You don't see anything special, and you don't see any big spikes anywhere. And I mean, it's weird. I was saying to Ron, I didn't do it for 2 months because I wanted to try and understand how it works, and in the end, I just went, I I don't understand how it works.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Do it
Not a
anyway.
fucking clue.
I don't think anyone does. I've never even Claude, who uses it. I don't think he knows actually what the chemistry is behind it. You know, I
think
yeah.
in the Fonamarin paper that Russ shared in the Discord, it says to dose it into like your return chamber, like where the return pump's pulling it into your display so that it mixes. But I think as long as it's mixing, it doesn't fucking matter, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the one chamber before my return, which is where I dose most of my stuff. And yeah, I mean, like I say, I've not noticed anything other than obviously my pH plummeted because coming off of calc and sodium hydroxide, it went down to 7.66 as a low. And I was like, shit, that's low. I mean, that's very low. But it's slowly, each day getting slightly better. So I think the low now is about 7.75. But it's still lower, considerably lower than it was with the calc. So I'll just wait over time to see whether it, keeps trending upwards.
You did hit the dizzy heights of 8 this week, though, didn't you?
I did 8.03 at one point. Yeah.
Boom.
I was like, yeah. So, yeah. It's only been a week, but the corals look fine. So it's not like I've lost anything, or I'm looking in the tank going, it looks rough as it looks.
Not all migrating.
The polyp extension. No, not yet. Polyp extension's not as good, but I think they quite like calc is quite good for bringing out polyp extension. Yeah.
Are you dosing trace, Rob?
I'm dosing trace. Yeah, I'm dosing my own trace A at
your
the moment.
DIY trace. And do you mix that in with any of your dosing, or is that like on a separate?
Yeah, they're on a separate dosing. Yeah.
Does that come in a bottle as well by Bobby?
It is made by Bobby. Yes, it's good stuff. Yeah,
Good.
it is.
Bobby, how much do you charge you for that?
Everything's same price, no matter what it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
£999 per 10 ml.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that sweater a BC sweater? I can't tell, or is that?
We've already
Looks like
talked
like
about
Bobby
sweater,
the-
Jim. Steve
Bobby
was
the-
asking about the
I said it says bolus.
bolus.
Oh, from this angle, it looks like BC.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's Rob,
Bobby
he'll more likely say boner.
Fair enough. So Bobby the top.
I really wanted to mess with your WhatsApp photo, Steve, because you've got a hoodie on and it says animal, and I was just going to take the letters out and I was just going to say
Yes, anal. My trident's still been a bitch as well. It's just, it's weird because I got up this morning and I went, right, I've got like a 2-3 hour window. I can bring it in, take it all apart, salt it, flush all the lines out and try and work out what's wrong with it. And then it does the reading at 6 in the morning, doesn't it? So like all 3 twice a day, out 4 times a day. And it read and it gave me a good reading. And I was like, I'll say it worked. And then at 12 o'clock it didn't, because I tried to do another manual all 3 tests to make sure it was good, and then it just come back with that error on the calcium again. I was like, fuck.
Have you cleaned Corvette?
No, I haven't done anything, Lee. I just keep turning it off, factory resetting it.
Well, tell you what,
It's
when
easier
we
to sit here and
when
just
we
press buttons than actually physically get off my arse and do something. And that's the
When we come down for
bit.
Matt's birthday, when we come down in a couple of weeks' time for Matt's birthday, get Tom to have a look at it because he's fucking cracking with him. This has never been an issue, has it, Tom?
It's never give a wrong reading, is it?
Yeah.
He's bringing the box down with him now.
True story.
It is. Yeah.
I had one keep saying.
When we're down, I don't mind.
The thing about the DIY service kits for them, right, is that you get lots of parts and you get a new peristaltic pump and all the rest of it, but you don't get everything. So if you have a clog on that little
the manifold in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
If that's clogged, you're fucked no matter how much you spend on DIY kits.
Yeah. I thought it was a bit tight. They didn't just send a new one of those.
I agree.
That's a cheap 3D printed
bit
of plastic with some nipples on it.
Yes.
That's all it is.
It's a kind of metal.
It did some edits in that video when I said that.
Did you just say it's a kind of metal?
Yeah, the manifold itself, that little like 50p shape thing, it's not plastic. It's a type of metal, but it's like really, really shit mixed metal. It's not a
metal.
Mine is plastic. Are you off your tits?
No, seriously,
He's tasted it.
I've got 3 of them that are metal.
What?
So mine's
Seriously?
definitely plastic.
Yeah.
They must have changed it then,
3
because
tridents.
the first one I had were metal. And then Steve got me a replacement, and I robbed one from shop that I worked at the time, and they're all metal. But it's not a proper metal, but it's still metal. It's not plastic.
I don't know what you mean when you say it's not a proper metal.
I don't either.
Metal. Hot metal.
Yeah, not proper metal, plastic.
Yeah, it's metallic, but it's not magnetic, and you can't weld it, if you know what I mean.
It's plastic then.
Tin foil.
Did you try and weld it?
Plastic, you set.
Oh dear.
It's like a type of Chinese metal, and it's a mixture of shit. We used to get a lot of airsoft guns, Steve. That's why I know what it is.
It's a Chinese metal now.
Chinese metal and mixture of
Chinesium.
shit.
Yeah.
Chinesium.
Chinesium. Brilliant.
Fuck's sake.
There is the Chinese metal is bad metal. Like they fought all of our scrap metal, recycled it, and just kind of they don't give a shit how they mix it up.
They were definitely terrible at Glastonbury this year. Anyway, moving on. Dave,
thank you.
Your week in reefing.
Not a lot, really. Nothing really with a tank. I have got a few show and tell things for you, though. So obviously
we've frozen.
Told you,
fuck off. Starfish, Steve. Fuck you. So obviously we discussed the potential new 5-footer going in, or the definite 5-footer. So that kind of got me on to what equipment do I have and don't I have. So I thought I'm pretty sure I have a Double Mega 7, Curve 7.
Excellent.
Found that in the shed, brand new, which is good.
Nice find.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't Dave's shed.
It weren't my shed, no.
Sounds like a portal to Lee's mum's cupboard, like Doctor Who.
This really does get my back up. When anyone else mentions having those different shit, it's perfectly fine, but me, oh no.
The next thing I've got was 2 of those.
Oh, nice.
Secondhand.
Nice.
Which bought off a local reefer.
They coming out the box, or is that just
No, they will
finished?
be. I
Right.
used to have 45s in my tank, but it literally fucking tidal waved straight over the top, so I had to get rid of them.
You got to start stacking them in the corner, all those boxes.
I'm going to, yeah, that's it. Next thing
Bigger than you.
was a Reef Mat 500.
Wow.
You've been a busy boy.
Yeah. So that was this morning, where I was going to the shithole of
So
London.
wait, so
Just
can we
hold that
just
back
pause?
up again. That looks massive compared to you, Dave. Just put
It
that
is.
back
It's
in front of
fucking bigger than me.
Yeah. We can scale Dave to that. He's how tall's Dave? 2 fucking Reef Mat 500s.
That's it.
So Dave said he couldn't buy a tank because he had nowhere to store it till he acquired all his gear. And within 3 days, he's acquired all the gear.
Yeah.
I don't fuck about, Jim.
Good
He
man.
hasn't
I don't
got
fuck about.
light mounts.
When's the
Light
tank coming?
Yeah,
I
you
haven't
said you
yet.
couldn't afford light mounts because you don't have that much money.
Not Drippy's price, no, $4,000. Fuck that.
No, the mounts. I said to get anodized aluminium,
Oh,
and you're going,
no.
you think I'm made of money?
Whoa,
And you're
is
like
that
buying all this
is
shit.
that plastic or metal, Melinda?
Chinesium. Yeah.
Chinese aluminum.
Chinese metal.
It's
Made a new element today. Chinesium. Fucking love it.
Try and weld it.
That's what they're looking for, Chinesium. That's what they used to call it.
Yeah. And the next thing on the list was it's not a dildo. Don't get excited.
DD. Yeah.
D&D
no.
UV.
Be careful when you put a bulb in
Express
that.
special.
Yeah, I'll
Not
be
an
careful.
AliExpress one.
No, it's not an
TMC
AliExpress.
bulb.
What, Dave?
Shocking.
Is that 48?
39.
39.
Yeah.
What's a what?
What was that?
Yeah.
What?
What? And then final thing on the list was another energy bar.
That's wrong plugs, mate.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
How come one of them is a British plug and?
Oh no, it's just an adapter, right?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So it's a European
Got you.
thingy, but it's good because the Red Sea fucking equipment have got those shit power bricks on them, and you can't obviously put 2 in the same way. So
Yeah.
thought that's a good idea. I have them
Make up your
occasionally.
own little extension leads with a Euro plug on one end and a UK socket on the other.
Well, little for me is massive, so no.
Have you decided what tank, Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Aqua One 5 foot of mine.
Nice.
So
I'm
gonna keep with the Adidas One stripe and stick it up everyone.
Brand new?
I'm really
Yeah, brand new, mate. I'm not fucking about.
No, I was going to say.
Those tanks, brilliant tanks.
Are you going to adapt the sump? You're going to change the sump or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's just shit. It's absolute dog shit. That's the thing I don't like about this tank. Aqua One, if you're watching, I didn't mean it.
Who's fucking watching?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the tank. But yeah, that's the only thing. I'm going to adapt the sump to work out for.
Are you going to change the sump you get, or are you going to get a custom sump?
So there's a local reefer, I think I chucked in one of the group chats this week, who had his Red Sea tank fucking split the seams wide open, and he's offered me his. Yeah, it's quite an unheard of thing. Red Sea sort your shit.
That's a new one, no?
Yeah, but he's offered me the sump because he said the sumps don't split the seams, so it's a possibility I just grab that sump because it will work. My only thing is Lee made a good point. Will it hold the water when I switch the pumps off? But what's the worst going to happen? I'm going to flood the floor. So yeah.
You want to go downstairs?
Don't turn the pumps off.
Yeah. Don't turn the pumps off ever. Yeah.
Is it considerably smaller than what you get with the Aqua one?
I mean, if you're working it out on literage, you're probably talking 20 litres difference in volume, total volume. So probably be fine.
Should be.
Yeah. I mean, when I switch the pumps off on these, I reckon 15 litres come down only. It's not a huge amount. So
that should be okay.
Yeah. You'd have enough.
Yeah, and that would be smaller in the actual sump area, give me a bit more room for equipment in there, neaten shit up, and yeah. Apart from that, reefing week's been very unglam, and nothing's really happened. So
that's not a bad week in reefing when nothing happens.
Yeah. Well, I lied because I lost one of my hammers. So 2 weeks after the fucking thing, Ron, fuck you.
Tank tour strikes again.
Yeah. It took 2 weeks this time, but it's an improvement, right? 2025 is a new year for you, Ron. It's good.
It is.
Yeah. So Chris's tank, the Red Sea, is going to fucking come straight through his living room in a week.
It is.
Split right in half.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
We're all in the firing line though, because I'm planning on redoing all the tank tour to try and get the quality up. So yeah, everyone's.
Oh shit! Well, you better do me quick then, because this is coming down. So yeah.
We can do the new one then.
Is it just me or does Jason
No.
look like an extra from a kung fu film?
He joined left, and he's back and.
Fuck that computer! I'm telling you right now. Fuck that thing.
You're not sharing that computer, are you?
Oh, I just about threw it out the window.
Okay, Tom, your week in reefing. I see the ironing board is looking glam, and there's something floating in your tank.
Yeah, like Drippy said earlier, toffee wrappers. I just eat them and just throw them in.
It wouldn't surprise me with the amount of noise you make when we're on PS5 playing COD. All you can hear is choo choo, choo choo.
That sounds like
a train.
An angry
Thomas the train. Yeah.
Thomas the tank engine.
Yeah.
X-rated.
Thomas the
the wank engine.
In my teenage years, I would have took that name definitely. Now got some chromis. That's it. Just letting the tank just gently mature. Nothing else really to chat about. The DT's got a modern reef downstairs. Simply because I've been absolutely sick to death of manually dosing because I run Calquatter at night on a reverse light cycle. So yeah, we run Calquatter during night. Obviously helps with alkalinity and calcium, but yeah, I'm having to manually dose tracers, and it's just been getting a bit of a headache and costly. So thought I'd spend even more money and put modern reef.
It's expensive, that stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'd already got it. I was going to use it on this behind me, but this isn't going to be ready for anything for probably 6 months. So I just thought, well, I've got it. I'm getting fed up of doing manual dosing, so let's stick it on. So I put it on. So it went on about a week ago. It's fair to Liam. Liam was helping me because you'd run it a bit, hadn't you, Liam, on yours?
Yep.
All right, so far so good. Nothing amazing. No unicorns coming out of the corals or anything.
What is it? 2-part? 3-part?
Four.
4-part. Jesus. That's a lot of head.
Are you running the polyp pop and everything as well?
Yeah, but it's not on a magnetic stirrer at the minute. I'm
It's
just
a
dosing
6-part dosing then.
It's 6-part dosing, yeah. But I'm manually dosing the foods. So
Are you finally using all your little Reef Factory dosers at the end of your tank then?
I'm using 4 of them at the minute, yes.
Hey.
Yes.
It's impressive.
Hope those servers stay running.
Sorry?
So I hope them servers stay running.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. But I had a massive issue with the Red Sea ATO in the garage. I said this about a couple of weeks ago. Was it just after Christmas? They did a firmware update and
BT.
my ATO just stopped working.
Are you with BT by any chance, or EE?
No, Virgin. Oh, you mean the mobile? Sorry.
Well, your network, your internet supply.
Internet's with Virgin Media.
Okay.
But it just stopped working. So for a week, I had no ATO going in the garage, and my salinity went up to 0.3. So it killed quite a lot, and it browned out quite a lot. So I had to put that in my DT now. So I've got quite a lot of corals in the display tank out of the garage that I was growing out that were doing really, really well. They're holding on, but yeah. So the point I'm trying to make is that even though Reef Factory's got a shit name,
that's interesting. So your ATO stopped working, but your return chamber and your sump's large enough to allow that much water to go away without your pump starting to suck air and cause that rate.
Yeah, because what I do in the garage, Jim, is I have a working sump because it's for growing coral out. I just have a working sump, which is just literally a coral tank under a coral tank, just with a return pump and heater in.
So have you killed them frags that you're looking at for me?
No, ironically, yours are all still fucking alive, but most of the others aren't. Seriously, they are. I don't know how they've gone through a salinity swing like they have, but they have.
Well, we spent a week in my tank, so that's probably adding them up.
What did you say the salinity went to?
0.3.
0.3 what?
So instead of 0.2526, 0.3. So 30.
Yeah.
2930.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly my age.
Yeah. Nothing really to report.
2,930.
Yeah, something like that. No, nothing else to report. I've gone off the idea of putting a gem tank in the tank behind me. I'm just going to put some Anthias in and some more chromis, which Lee will be happy about, and some Rasses, and that's it. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. A tip for you, Tom.
You my tank.
But no, when you buy some Rasses, make sure you get the right one.
I know. I couldn't believe he bought the wrong one.
Lucky dip Ras.
Well, I think he bought the right one, but then went away with the wrong one.
Yeah,
and didn't notice. Did he not notice when he let it out?
He didn't notice.
That's what I can't understand. First thing I do when I get them home is I go like that and go.
Yeah, it's not even a shade, greener or more yellow. It's just completely different coloration. It may as well have come back with a puffer fish. But yeah.
Are you putting any tangs in it, Tom?
I've got a couple of Taminis in the garage. Bristletoth, sorry. I've got a Tamini and a blue eye, which I might. And the blue eye and I think it's there's a couple that have a. So I've got a vampire tank, sorry, a Tamini and a blue eye all in the same coral table. And they get on, but there is a little bit of a ruckus every now and again. And Kaz, the missus, wants me to put the Tamini in this one. So I might put the Tamini in. I don't know. But not yet anyway. I'm just going to let it just settle. Put more chromis in this week, ideally, so there's a good sort of school shoal of them together, and then just do it gradually.
Have you already got?
Do you guys have problems?
Oh, who's going first?
Have you already got those chromis, or are you buying them from a shop and putting them in?
I'm buying them from a shop, but they're going to give them me direct from TC, so they're not going to go in their system. So this can be bagged.
Did you actually just call them TC just to drop a letter so I wouldn't rise there? They're coming direct from TC. Just dropped a letter just to try and get it under the fucking radar. Nothing wrong with the livestock. Nothing wrong with their fish. Don't come with fucking plugs. It's fine. Okay.
Do you guys not have issues with urinoma with your chromis?
I thought on the display tank when I first set it up about a year and a half ago that I had because I'd got one of the chromis had got a sore on its back sort of tail fin, so I was shitting myself when I started to research a bit about it. Because I had a bit of awareness, but I didn't know much about it. And I was talking to people. I think I spoke to you, Rob, actually about it at the time, but somebody else was saying, "Oh, you've got uranemia, everything's gonna die, fucking destruction." And I was just like, "Yeah, but the fish is eating." And I just thought, while ever it's eating and it's swimming and it's just gonna keep doing its thing, it'll get better. And it did. And it just turned out it was just aggression from the other chromis. It was just being attacked. So to answer your question, don't jinx me, Jim, for fuck's sake. But
Well, I don't know. Like here, we just work. Like if you're going to get chromis, you worry about it. Like it's something you prepare for, and you know that it's a high probability that they can come in with urinoma. You look at your stores when you're buying them. Like, is there any in the batch that have a sore that's urinoma? After that, maybe you do a Metroplex and a GenCure treatment just to make sure internally they get cleaned out. I mean, it's just something to be aware of. I just wonder what you guys do differently than us.
Personally, I used to have loads of chromis when I started in the hobby. Every single tank had chromis in it, and I have never had uranema in any of the systems I've ever had. I don't know if it's maybe becoming more prevalent in the hobby as time goes on, but I've certainly not had an issue with it here.
My Chicago wholesaler last week said, "Don't get the chromies." When we were talking about them, he said, "Avoid all the chromies right now."
Okay, due to uranema.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, Liam, you're next.
On that note,
yeah.
Enjoy the chromies.
How's your week in reefing, Liam?
Yeah, not too bad. I thought I've not pissed the missus off in a while. I'll have a shave. That went down well.
Yeah, so she doesn't like it when you fully shave.
Fucking hate. Yeah.
She doesn't like your face. That's what she's saying, basically.
She says it's like being married to a 14-year-old. Yeah. Been a fun week. Beginning of the week, I swapped round for Christmas. I got another D&D function pump from the missus for my closed loop setup. I thought, fuck it, quiet in January. I'll get that smashed out and fit it. That was fun. So redone all the pipe work.
Swapping another pump you already had running, or
so I had it running on one pump. So one pump powering two outlets. I've now got one pump on each outlet.
Got you.
Redone all of that. That looks lovely. And then got an email from my letting agent to say, "Oh, a house has popped up if you want to come and have a look." Because I've got a few issues with this one and the landlord and whatnot.
Okay.
Went and had a look and they went, "Yeah, no, you've been accepted. Sweet. We'll get you moved in on the 1st of February, shall we?"
Wow.
Oh,
what?
Wow. So what's What's the plan?
Yeah, exactly.
Steve's
It was a bit
old
like,
place.
fuck.
Yeah.
No, it's funny enough, it's about 20 metres from where I used to live when I moved into here. Which is great. Yeah, so I'm going backwards a little bit, but that's fine. No, it's a nice new house. Hopefully the tank is going to be going peninsula, sort of splitting the kitchen and the lounge separately.
So you are keeping the current system?
Keeping the current system, but it's going as it was designed, as a peninsula.
Superb.
Room divider. Behind where the tank is a very large under the stairs cupboard, which I have permission to turn into a sump room.
Oh, winner.
Nice.
She's a good girl.
Fucking brilliant.
Good.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah. Is he helping you with the move? Is Nick going to help you?
Tom is. He's kindly offered.
I'll do what if I can, Liam. Just give me a shout, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Did you just say you'll lend a hand?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is the shark going to make the move? Is the shark going to go with it?
No, he's not. I have spoken with a few people and we tried to get him a new home at an aquarium. They've said, unfortunately, they've got others in the tank at the moment. Funny enough, so the Deep have got quite a large lagoon tank. It's quite a large tank. It's really nice. They've just added 200 amphias. And they've now got 140 left because their bamboo shark quite likes them.
Ouch.
So the email I got back was, no, we're actually trying to get rid of our bamboo shark ourselves and move him on. We're trying to get rid of the species in our tanks. Can't put him in the big display because he'll get eaten. So unfortunately, they weren't able to help. Spoken with a couple of friends sort of in the know and in the hobby with big tanks. And one of the LFS owners in York, which is about an hour away from me, has just built an 8 foot by 4 foot by 3 foot tank. And he used to breed bamboo sharks. So he's going to go to him and live hopefully a nice happy life.
That's really good. You've found an exit for him, and he's going to somebody.
He's going to someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's good.
Congrats.
That was important for me. But
that's good.
I've spoken a bit with a couple of aquariums and things like that, and they are very much unaware of the fact that TMC, etc., are bringing in a lot of small bamboo sharks. And I hate to say it, but I'm in agreement with Jeremy that something needs to be done. But because
you need to record that, mate.
Yeah, no,
I'm in agreement with Jeremy.
How the times have changed.
There's going to be, in a year's time, there's going to be 30, 40 bamboo sharks across the UK that have nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's wrong, isn't it?
They're going to end up getting chucked into the sea or chopped up and
released into the English Channel.
Yeah, and they'll go
in your
really
local
well.
Chinese tomorrow night.
I was going to say.
So I think it is a problem that is going to be coming up and becoming an issue. But they're completely unaware of the situation with the hobby and
you
just in
popularized
general.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What-
Yeah. Everyone's like, I want to get what Liam has. That's so cool.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that I've been able to do it. I've ticked that box off my list. I've had a shark. How cool is that? It's every child's dream to have a pet shark, And it is cool.
Is it though?
It is. Yeah.
I remember seeing it on Tank.
It wasn't my dream to have a pet shark when I was a child. Mine would be a porn
I
star.
don't want. Yeah. No.
I did see it on Tanked where they had a shark pod, the egg.
Yeah,
pouch.
the egg. Yeah.
And they watched it then hatch and grow, and it's like, yeah, that's really cool. But then you end up with this fucking massive fish.
Yeah.
You have to deal with.
And that's what I was like, well, if I'm moving, I might as well take him out while I can without, breaking the tank apart to try and catch him anyway. He's not huge. He's only sort of 80 inches long at the moment, but he is going to get 4 or 5 foot long. 18, 1/8.
Oh.
So 12.
Try to fold it in half around the back of the tank, Jim.
What's that in centimeters?
45.
I'm just fucking around, Liam. It's all good.
Yeah,
I was going to say, what?
About 45.
Oh, fuck off.
I assume you guys on the other side of the pond are all familiar with like lionfish in Florida. What's happened there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no clue.
With the releasing the shark makes me think of.
Yeah, we're not going to get that problem over here. They'll freeze to death before they do anything.
Is that plenty of people to
I was going to
eat?
choke on condoms or something in Skegness.
Well, I'm thinking if you take it down to Dover, you could release it, and there's lots of little boats with food on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's really
Not going
good
there.
news. He is going to a good home.
It's sad news, but it's good news at the same time. I'm glad he's going to someone that A, knows what he's doing, and B, has a tank suitable enough for him to be large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So what's the message then?
is-
No place in the hobby for sharks. Is that the message?
No, stop bringing them fucking in.
Stop fucking buying.
I think there is a place. Well, yeah, there's that problem.
What kind of a
I think there is a place for them in the hobby, but they need to go to someone who's A, got an exit plan and not be available to buy, just rock up to a shop with a Red Sea 250 and go, yeah, I want to buy a shark.
There's tons of fish like that in the hobby that
There is,
no
yeah.
business
I
being
think-
in shops.
I think the shops need to be a bit more on it with that, because not once, I don't think, when I bought Bruce, got asked how big my tank was.
You all have stricter rules with the fish that can come in, though, right?
No.
No, I don't think
No.
so.
Not with the
No,
fish.
we had 4 Emperor snappers in shop I worked in. And when I walked in and I said, what the fuck have you bought them for? Oh, I wanted something different. I said, you know how big they get, don't you? Oh, about 10 inch. I went, I fucking don't. Then 2 weeks later, I went back in a couple of days later and it's like, where have they gone? Oh, I've sold them. Who to? Oh, just a customer. I'm like, did you ask how big his tank was? Well, no, I didn't need to really. I'm like, it's not the way to be. I hate it. It's my one bugbear in life is this.
I struggle with whose responsibility as to the person who's buying the animal has a responsibility and the person who's selling it has a responsibility. So I think it actually should come from way back at the very start of the chain when it comes to the wholesaler buying it.
Definitely.
If an LFS is honestly just fucking shit at their jobs, then the wholesalers shouldn't supply them.
Well, how often are there substitutions on orders? Like whatever gets collected gets sent.
I got 5 Sohals. 5 Sohals I never ordered once.
What?
Jesus. But they taste good.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do with 5 Sohal tanks?
Well, I sold them.
Sold them to the guy with the red
nano tank.
Yeah.
Told him they were pretty antis.
Oh, nano. You got a nano? I got just the fish for you.
Okay, Liam. Brandon,
Convinced a
what are
lady,
you gonna...
Oh, sorry. Convinced a lady yesterday not to buy a mandarin.
Okay.
Gets too big?
She had no clue what it was. Oh, my husband's got a different type of goby, so he could have this goby. And she had no clue what they ate or how to care for it. And I just
well done for not selling it to her.
Yeah, I kept giving her information to tell her not to. Convince herself without saying no.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Well done.
We had a woman try buy it on a Sweet Lips, and I refused to speak to her, sell it to her. She says, it's from my brother's tank. I went, well, how big's his tank now? I happen to know a brother. And it's like, well, what other fish has he got in? Well, I don't know. So, well, you can't just buy that and not know where it's going and what it's going to do. I said, have you any idea how big it gets? And she's like, no, I just like it. And this one had a 15-foot display tank. I said, well, that's not you catch it. I'm going home. And I walked out of shop.
That fish name sounds like a innuendo for something else, if I'm honest with you.
Or for Sweet Lips.
Yeah,
They're nice as juveniles, though, don't they? They look like
I didn't think Lee was serious at first. I thought that was going to be another weird-ass story.
Before we move on to Brandon, Steve, did you have a last question for Liam?
Yeah, what are you going to fill the Bruce-shaped space with?
So, been over to Tom's.
Been over to Tom's.
You've got to catch me first. So I went round to Tom's and saw his sand that he's got in his tank, and it's quite a thick, hard, large grain sand. And I do miss sand. I just hate the maintenance of it. So I bought 8 bags of ATI sand, the large grain. That'll be going into this tank when I move. There's no point doing it now. And the original idea for the tank was to have a large tank filled with SPS and whatnot, and loads of little fish. I like looking at a tank and...
You went shark.
Boom. Well,
so the plan was little
plain
fish and you
drippy.
caught a shark.
Yeah.
It's fucking Drippy's fault.
It's Drippy's fault.
Responsibility for your action, Liam.
No, so I like being able to look at a tank.
Here, we
and
just sue him. Just sue Drippy for it. Yeah, sue him.
It's
Something
not,
like that.
It's not America, Jim.
No, it doesn't.
Fuck.
I like to be able to look at a tank, and the more you look, the more you see. Like little shrimp gobies, little shrimps and crabs and whatnot everywhere.
Yeah.
I enjoy that side of the hobby, rather than just one big shark that eats everything.
I was going to say, are you going to get like loads of wrasse now? Now you can get them and not have them eaten.
I'm going to go nuts on wrasse, romis, amphias.
And get crabs.
Do you have to phone Jeremy now and apologize?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to let you do a meme or something. Going, I agree with him.
You're going to change a little puppet, aren't you?
I was just going to swap the faces, yeah.
I was waiting.
I was wrong.
I'll just invite them both onto the network one Friday night with nobody else.
I was waiting for a big gap where we could hear Liam say there's no place in the hobby for sharks, and then we could cut that out.
Sharks don't belong in the hobby. There you
go.
Brandon, you're wicked.
Yes, sir. Weekend reefing. No, it's pretty interesting. I lost my temporarily. I lost my Colorado
You
I
did.
kept looking for it. I was really butthurt about it. So I think it was Wednesday night. I decided, all right, I'm going to look in the chamber one last time. And there he was. My back chamber, just fucking chilling there. Yeah. Like, bitch, I've been looking for you everywhere.
You've
Yeah.
been shoving names in your back chamber.
Look, I know
Just slid in.
people
It just
shit
slid
on
in.
Richard Gere all the time, but I think he could be a visionary. It's 2025. In 10 years, we could be talking about how everyone's shoving Colorados up their butt.
When you say Colorado, do you mean sunburst anemone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not the state.
Not the state, yeah.
Oh, not the state.
That really
You
would
can
be a
find
squeeze.
that on a map easy.
I've never been there, but I hear it's interesting.
Brandon, how did it
Yeah.
how did it get through? Do you not have a guard, or like what are you thinking?
That's a good question. I mean, this is literally the only time it's happened, and I don't really have a guard on this one. But
Just up
yeah,
and over. Just
I
up.
changed the flow a little bit, and that's what fucked me over, I think. Just
Do you
trying to
use
make it
like
so where
a-
there were any dead spots and such. So
Yeah.
yeah, but he's coming back to life, I think, which is nice. Outside of that, this is the tank. In the summertime, it was cat shit bay.
It
Because it just had a bunch of like clumpy algae. Now it's anal bead bay because I've just got a bunch of like bubble algae. So yeah,
Nice.
it's funny, but my best tank right now is a little 10-gallon cube. It's just thriving, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But good week in reefing. Can't complain. Ended okay. So yeah.
Superb. Glad to hear it. Mr. Budnick, Great Lakes Corals. How's it been? You got a fish delivery?
Yeah, fish was like great. It was such a relief. Not a single fish came died, and you're always dead, not died. You're always expecting one or two to not make the transit, but fucking phenomenal order. Pretty happy about that. They're all going through antibiotics right now. I haven't even hit them with copper. What else? My new lights come on Tuesday. The Reefy Unos. I set up a used reef breeder on the Sophia tank and ditched some black boxes. Cleaned out my salt bin the other day. It took 24 full hours. So I think I ran 6,000 to 7,000 gallons of water through it before cleaning it, and it was gross. It was nasty.
How are you liking the Reefy Unos?
Don't know yet. Those come Tuesday.
Oh, they're not here yet. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brianna's been fucking busy.
Right. Yeah. She's been gone the last 4 days.
Oh.
You've been home alone?
Home alone.
Oh.
Feeding the geese.
Yeah.
Calluses on that hands, mate.
It's sore.
Cold right now. I hope if you've got a bottle of Aquaphor or something, Zach.
Yeah. I've been surviving off of like one old pizza for the last few days.
Oh, what?
Well, I hope it's got some pallies on it.
I've been surviving off an old pizza.
Is it citrusy?
Citrusy barbecue.
It's a citrusy barbecue.
Every day it's been getting more citrus.
I'll bet it has.
Zach, have you heard back from the beta?
What?
Have you heard back from the beta water testing?
Nope, not a thing. Oh, I bet everybody signed up, and then everyone probably got to it before I did.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm losing a couple torches here and there, like every other day. I'm losing one polyp. Not sure why.
That's frustrating.
Super frustrating because like the torches next to them, they still have like 10-inch sweepers and they're looking badass, and just one next to it in the same colony just melts from the top down. Usually I'm used to, if a torch dies, I can see it like receding and flapping up. So I also pulled all my Brightwell's Replenish Trace in the systems because those were kind of looking cloudy, and they come out the bottle pretty clear. And I think it was just from not mixing while dosing, and I just usually top them off. And after a while, I think everything settled down. The heavier stuff settled down to the bottom of the trace, or something got into it. But I'm going to go no traces for a little bit till I figure out my Bobby the solution. Having a hard time mixing. Well, I had a little hard time mixing the first one, but I got that figured out now. Now I'm working on what is it, K? I'm working on K. And I reordered some chemicals last night as third attempt, and adding the third chemical instantly made everything cloudy. And I was mixing them individual, and they were clear. And as soon as I add the manganese, instant precipitation. You can see all this powder start to develop on the bottom. So I'm gonna switch some things around and figure it out from there.
I need to ask you what wind pop filter you're using on your microphone, because it looks really windy where you are, but I'm not hearing any wind. Very, very good.
Hot out.
Okay, so you have all jumped around a fucking lot today. So next on my screen was Zach Warner. Zach Warner, how has your week in reefing been?
Pretty good. Gonna do a water change after we're done here. Did some scraping on the glass yesterday, took some pictures and shit. Traces are going well. The A and K automated, that's been going on for the last couple weeks. I'm starting to notice colors picking up and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
The photos you posted, I mean, your corals, you can grow fucking corals, Zach.
Yeah.
And don't need bolus.
Kicking the plums.
No, it's just kind of basic bitch week. I don't know. Really nothing going on for me.
But the corals are looking good, so yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So
Zach, is that fan really going that slow? Or is it just because it's on video?
No, it's actually going that slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they not allowed to go that slow in Canada? Canada fans
just-
are not allowed to go slow?
Yeah, it's got to take at least a finger off when you put it, into the fan.
I remember we don't have. I don't know about you guys down in England, but in Scotland, nobody has ceiling fans. It's just not a thing. And one of my friends bought a flat, and it came with a ceiling fan. And we were all, and it must have been about 15 or 20 of us, sitting on the floor one night getting steaming because she didn't have any furniture yet. And we all ordered Indian food, so it was pakoras, naan breads, all this stuff. And of course, I thought it was funny to throw food into the fan. And all of my very drunk and very stoned friends thought it was also funny to throw food into the fan. You should have fucking seen the state of the place. It's like
Scottish lasagna.
No, it's like somebody had literally decorated the room with pakora.
I thought you were better than that, Ron.
Oh
nope.
I did some shit. Anyway, moving on. Jason, how's your week in reefing been?
Pretty good. Nothing's wrong. Everything's going good.
I'll take it.
I'm actually going to start dosing off of reef again because I've been off of it for like months. But it looks like it's ready to take some again. So I'm going to start doing that probably.
Isn't there some way you could test like the water and make sure it's ready to be absorbing stuff again?
Like taste it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I taste it every day. I just stick my tongue right down in it,
Just lick the glass.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's everything's looking much better.
Good.
No problems. It's just kind of doing its thing. I did get something though. The Duncan's actually looking pretty good. It's not the tentacles on the polyps haven't like gotten stretched back out. How they're like long and stringy looking normally.
Yeah.
They're still kind of like shorter and fatter. But it's looking good.
Chode, yeah.
Chode.
Yeah. So I mean, it's seems to be doing better though. But I wanted to show you guys. Look what I got.
What?
Irn Bru.
Where did you get that?
Amazon.
Are you dosing it in your tank?
Cost a small fortune, but I got it because I wanted to try it.
So
I had to see what this is about.
Have you drank it?
Live.
No, it's
Do it live.
live.
Do it live.
Yeah, do it live.
This is I've been waiting for this.
ASMR. Highlight them. Spotlight them.
I need to spotlight them. Hold on.
Put your camera down so you can only see your face from here up.
Wait, is it warm or cold?
Oh no, it's cold. It just came out of the fridge a little bit ago. But I
They
figured I'd
drink
give it a go.
warm.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's not as sweet as I thought it would be.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, that's not. You should taste some of the shit here if you
Yeah.
think this is sweet.
Well, that's what's concerning me.
Diabetes capital.
It's a weird flavor though. Like,
Fucking
what is
hell,
that?
your
It's
beard's
like-
going ginger, Jace. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Viking.
It's like
That's
I don't
the
know
taste
if
of
it's,
Scotland. That's what
I
Scotland
don't know
tastes
if
like.
it's citrus flavor or
No,
what
so
the fuck.
Barbecue?
the biggest,
I don't know what that is.
the biggest common decision on flavor has been bubble gum, is what people said.
It does have a little bit of a bubble gummy type flavor to it on like the end of it.
But it's unique though, isn't it?
It's very. That's
Is
yeah,
that
that's
like
different.
Similar to licking a battery.
Yeah, Bernadette has just walked up to the computer and said to me, is somebody drinking Irn Bru? Look.
No, is that like Jason? You'd explain it like Mountain Dew. Like Mountain Dew has a weird taste. Like it really doesn't have an
fucking
explainable
weird stuff.
taste.
Yes, it's like their version of Mountain Dew. It doesn't have. It does kind of taste like bubble gum on the end, like some double bubble. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean,
like
we
that
have
just
Mountain
standard
Dew.
bubble gum.
We have Mountain Dew here. We don't get it actually locally, but you do get it in shops here and there. And Mountain Dew side by side with Irn Bru taste entirely different.
Yeah, they don't
but-
taste the
Yeah,
same.
I'm just
They're not-
saying it's
not
like
the
one of
same
those
flavor.
tastes.
No.
Yeah, you
But
don't.
yes,
It's not
And
advertised as strawberry. It's just what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Mountain
it's-
Dew
I
we
think
get.
on what it actually is.
it's not bad
Mountain
though.
Dew is strawberry.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
damn.
The Mountain
You got some
Dew we
strawberries
get is
over
not
there.
the American stuff either.
It's how many? These I got 4 cans of this. 330.
What is it? A
ml.
12 ouncer? What
It's
do they
a
call
300
it?
330 milliliter.
Yep.
So it's a short can.
Fine.
Yep.
So
12 ounce? Would you compare it
third
to
of
12
the-
ounce?
it's
Sorry,
probably
Pat.
like 10 and a half or something like that.
That's our
Oh.
standard can in the UK. Nearly.
It's a,
Yeah.
it's a normal mathematical equation size. Unlike
But 4 of those cans cost me $22 to get them here. So
What?
Holy shit.
Jesus.
yeah, $22. And I had to order them twice because the first order never shipped.
Still cheaper than a beer at a Washington game, right?
I can pick it up for
Absolutely.
like 47 pence a can.
Got that right.
Yeah. It's
Well,
really
yeah.
kind of odd. Like looking at the can, it's like so much different than ours. Like the way they do like the
Right.
nutritional facts and all that stuff is completely different than the way we do ours.
Do you not have traffic lights on yours?
It's got the traffic lights on it. I assume that you're talking about this part right there. Yeah. But ours here don't have that. It's different.
Why is there a
Ours is
traffic
just
light? Like
Just says
red,
It
don't
tells you-
drink it. Yellow,
Well,
caution.
calories,
Green,
fat.
fucking chug it.
Fat,
So it's
sugar,
like
calories.
green. It's a fat zero. So it's a green. It's green. And then it says something
so
else.
it's good.
Salt is green. And then when he gets to sugars, it says 15 grams, and that's in red.
So you guys illustrated like a safety label, like an NFPR label for your food. Like
Yes.
you got to wear safety glasses to drink this. It's flammable. You got it.
What I don't understand is why we don't have that here because
Because
there's a
everything
bunch
would be
of
red.
there's a bunch of
Idiocracy.
but there's a bunch of
People would try and put squares into the circles.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You if you don't put that, you get someone who puts a cock in a washing machine or something. You know.
Well, I mean,
That's
we
what
have warning
happens.
labels on fucking everything because Americans are stupid as a, there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers here.
Really?
90-10, Jason. 90-10. Lee's
not you,
10.
right,
Move on.
Jason?
Before we move on from Jason, I would like your opinion on the Tetra scraper. What do
guy
you
here.
think? What do you think?
I have only used it briefly just to check it out. I'm going to use it on the
Hold it
back
up
wall
there. Hold that
today.
up real fast. Let me see this front of that thing.
Awesome bit of kit, that.
I broke
Wait a
mine.
second.
It's fantastic.
Thank you.
It is fantastic. This should be available everywhere.
£7.
Yeah.
Do they do
has
a
one
longer
major
version?
flaw. Yes.
I wish it was longer. I wish it was longer. So I wouldn't
Rub
have
it,
to
that's what
have
my
my
wife
hand in the
said.
tank.
Rub it a bit.
Mine too.
Said every man on the
This?
I've heard that before.
That's very similar, Jim. Yes, that's very similar.
What do you?
That one doesn't look as good. It's missing a blade.
Yeah, you just snap a blade into it.
Is that rod?
I didn't
metal
find
or
any blades.
plastic?
That is yes. That does.
Rob.
So when you put the blade in that, does it flex the blade?
Yeah, and then there's like a little thing that snaps in, and you can pull the clips to get it to pop out.
Yeah.
Well, who makes that?
That's
I've had it for
Chinesium.
15 years. It's got an extension on it. I can.
Seriously, Jim, who makes that? Because you can't get the Tetra one over there.
Yeah,
Shorten it up.
that one's not available here.
Lengthen
at all.
it up.
Oh,
Ram it in, Jim. Nice.
Ram it in there. Yeah. I don't know who made that. I got it a long time ago. It's really shitty steel though.
is this metal or is it not metal?
Chinese.
Yeah,
metal.
it's Lee's type of metal. So it's plastic.
Don't try and weld it, will you?
No, it would just fucking like melt. It's Chinese metal.
Okay, so I'm really glad you're going to give it a bit more of a run through, though, Jason. I'd like to hear a full review next time.
Yeah, I'm going to do the whole back wall today with it. So
You're not
I'm going to
sponsored.
do a water
are you?
change after this.
No, I'm not sponsored.
Would it
Just
take
fucking
Coraline
check out.
off?
I will
Just
say
checking.
something though. I did package the scraper up for him. I thought, well, he's not going to be able to get blades, so I better give him a pile of blades as well. I sent you all my fucking blades.
Well, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
I went to mine and I was like, fucking sent them all to Jason.
I do have a question though, Ron. Did you package it up so that it was shaped like a penis?
Jason?
I mean, it was long.
So
So
not-
no, then.
Not like a
Couple of blades on one end.
It would have been a pretty blunt penis if that's if we were going for penis.
That's how we do in Scotland.
And somebody else brought the
flat-head
mail in that
cock
day.
look.
They're like, "Why has this got like it says like Royal Mail or whatever on it?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's just something from Scotland." They're like, "Really?" Like, yeah.
Why is it vibrating?
I had to physically make that box, by the way, by cutting a box up and then folding it over and then flipping the ends in and stuff, because nothing comes that shape.
Absolutely. You did a good job, though. It was packaged well.
Yeah,
Wasn't
wrapped
beat
it
up when it
right.
got here. I was pretty surprised. I figured it would be like smashed or bent in half.
I think you repack it in your dong box. Surely it would have fitted in there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm glad it got you. Okay, so Matt, Norfolk Reefer, your week in reefing.
So been a quiet one. A bit busier today, so I went to see Harron's Reef this morning.
Who is he?
Yeah, he wanted another light check, so we did another light check. So we did that, and then I ended up somehow walking out with. We were talking about pH, and he was asking about pH, and I said I used to test it, and now I'm going to probably going to go the APEC route. And he went up into his cupboard, and down he came with a Reef Factory pH monitor. So I've just tuned that in. So that was Reef's code, he reckons. But so that's helped me out for temporary. So I'm plugging that in, and I've decided I'm going to do fluconazole treatment because the hair algae is doing my brain in. I've tried the natural route, and it's just patches. It's that Carib Sea rock. I don't know what it is. It's come back again. I'm hoping the fluconazole is going to just nuke it this time. Otherwise,
And mollies haven't helped.
I'm not putting mollies in my tank.
Matt, you say you've tried the natural route. What have you tried?
Cut the tuxedos, loads of snails. I've scrubbed it. I've plucked it. I've tried loads of.
Mollies won't do anything.
You tried a long spine urchin or something like that.
No, I haven't tried a long spine, but I tried a couple of tuxedos. I've tried a pincushion. They pick at it, but it seems to just grow quicker than they're picking at it. So I just think
Get more of them.
Well, obviously having a tank of tuxedos, I think.
It does take time, though.
I've got 6 in mine. Yeah.
Yeah, I put 1 in this. It really struggled. Then 2, they're slowly starting to win the battle with the short algae on the rock.
I think I'll fluconazole it, and then hopefully they'll keep on top of it to ever come back again.
Just be careful with that, because it kills algae, but it also kills algae that lives in a coral.
Yeah, so I tried it once. I tried it before because I had a real bad breakout when I first started the tank. But I'm a bit nervous this time, and I've been holding off doing it because there's so much more in there now.
I think if you use the reef specific treatment.
Yeah, the reef. I'm going to use Reflux. All right.
Yep. So that is specific for that. If you
I had good luck with it.
Source fluconazole from naughty sources.
No, I'm not doing that.
Concentration is.
I'm not Rob. I've not got the intelligence for that. Unless Rob's got some.
No, moving on.
Matt, I've got a 1-spot fox face if you want it to munch all your algae.
Yeah, but you say it don't. You say it doesn't touch hair algae.
That's why he wants rid of it.
I've debated a fox face because I wanted a Fiji, but no one sold a Fiji fox face. I've been to 3 or 4 shops, no one sells one. I can't find one, and I'm like, oh.
I was just thinking
that's the one I wanted. But
Yeah, my Fiji eats Bryopsis.
if I could get one, I'd probably go that route because I just don't want a standard yellow fox face. Like,
have you got tangs and stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, I've got a Tamanian, I've got a Mimic. They pluck at it. I've got a Lawnmower Blenny. He plucks at it. I've got nearly every Tringle type of snail I could try and get in there that's available to me, but just nothing seems to plough through it.
Do you feed quite heavy?
No.
What do you feed?
Frozen, and I strain it, and it's about a cube. I do about a cube a day. I've now backed that down to about half a cube. Still straining it.
Just because from personal experience in the past, when I've had algae issues, I found out that they weren't eating the algae because I was feeding them something much, much tastier. I then swapped on to feeding copepods. Started feeding frozen copepods for the smaller fish to eat that the tangs couldn't give a fuck about, and they just turned on to the algae and started eating that a bit more.
I've stopped doing nori as much. Like now, it's every other day, if every 3 days to try and entice them. But I reckon I've got the laziest tanks going. They have a little pluck, but they're not workhorses. I was thinking of about a bristletooth, but with 2 tangs in that tank, it's probably enough.
What's different about the Fiji foxface?
There's more positive results. I know speaking to Tom about it before, he said that was the one that he's had good success with as well. Whereas the yellows and the 1-spots, I see more chance they turn rogue.
Yeah, yellows.
Do they look different at all?
They look different.
The Fuji's half black.
Yeah, half black.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a Fiji here for the first time in probably 18 months this week. So they might
my
be starting to come back into trade.
Yeah, my LFS has got one, but I've asked him. He's got it in his display or his coral tray, and he won't sell it. I've already asked.
What about the Magnificent?
Yeah, that's a potential another one, but it's local LFS. He just gets the standard 1-spot, and I'm like, well, can you get someone else? Like, and he goes, yeah, I will, and it never happens. And
I reckon if you ask now, AAC can probably get one in for when you visit
for your birthday.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Does that mean I don't go down the Reflux RX route though?
Well,
You still can. It's not going to kill it through off, is it? It's only going to kill it back.
Yeah, it'll kill it back. I was hoping that what's in there would manage it, but I think a foxface. She doesn't like the idea of a foxface because she puts her hand in the tank and she gets stuck in with the tank. But she hated the sign of an urchin. She was like, "Oh, it's going to kill me." I'm like, "It's not going to kill you. It's not going to walk up and go, I'm going to kill you." But she's a bit cautious of the foxface. So I've been holding off, trying other things, doing this. But
the thing you find with foxface, as soon as she puts her hand in the tank, it'll go into camo mode and fucking hide. Because they're proper drama queens.
Yeah, mine's
that they grow really fast.
I would do the Flux RX personally. I would still do it. But what I will say is, in my experience, is that it doesn't kill all forms of the algae you want it to. I had an amazing result the first time I used it. Just it all went white and died. It was so satisfying. Second time I used it, which was in a different system, obviously it clearly was a different species of algae because it did nothing.
I'll show you the.
Oh.
You can see, like, especially over there.
Does anybody think it looks really bad?
It
looks like shit.
Really bad, does it?
Me and Steve were talking about it, and he's
Have
like,
you
"It doesn't
got,
look that
got
bad."
corals in there or just algae?
Tell me about it.
No, actually, it didn't look that bad to me, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't think it looked that bad.
Mate, unless you've had an overrun of bryopsis, you've not had anything bad.
Well, I had it bad the first
absolutely
time.
true.
Yeah, I had it bad the first time, and I have a feeling it's going the same way. But my nutrients are low. I'm dosing Bactobalance to keep them low, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like it's just.
But it will be a false reading because your algae.
Yeah, it will be. I know that'll be false, but Jesus
Honestly,
Christ.
get a filter sock and siphon straight into a filter sock into your sump, so you're not losing your water, and start ripping pieces out. Make it fucking easier. You then may find some of your cleanup crew actually eat it. But
That just vanished.
It just walked off into the sea.
I am
Come back,
conscious.
Zach.
I am
Come back,
conscious of the time, Julian. You're fucking eating, and I'm almost not gonna let you talk unless you stop eating.
He's been eating all the way through it. If I ate like he did, I'd be fucking huger than I am.
He's so slim though. How does he fucking do it?
Huger than I am.
His jaw's burning while he's chewing.
It's on the toilet. There's colonic irrigation going on at the same time.
Can I just say, I love the diagram, Julian. That's funny as fuck.
He only eats during Salty Banter, so it's every couple of weeks. Non-stop for 2 hours.
That's funny.
Julian, your weekend reefing, you have a limited amount of time.
Tank 1 is going well. I'm feeding 2 to 3 times a week. I'm still battling low nutrients. My phosphate's at 0.05, which is fine, but my nitrates they've been 0 for 3 weeks. Tank, damn it, Melinda. Damn it, Madeline. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm Miranda this week.
Acros are doing good. I'm actually starting to see some extension, which is pretty sweet. It's been a while, but a very positive sign. So I'm considering adding an additional fish to increase the nitrates and trying to maybe feed 3 times a week to see if that helps. But generally, things are looking wonderful in Tank 1. Tank 2, I'm beginning to introduce Alpha Reef. I'm experiencing some fish aggression. So I'm planning to probably separate the bully and put him in an acclimation box for a couple days because the rock is hosting my second clownfish.
You son of a bitch.
At least I got it right, the direction. But
have you written notes?
Because I had 2 hours to prepare. I'm trying some new food, and then I'm going to put the bully in a corner. I've also reduced, so my anemones have been pretty contracted. I'm reducing the MP10 intensity from 45 to 15% to see if the reduction in flow and a slight change of the location of the power head will help with expansion. Other than that, I'm just I've learned not to rely on ChatGPT for my AFR recommendations, and I've reached out to the resident expert, Jordan, formerly known as AFR Bro. So I'm going to give it a couple days. I'll check back in a week or two.
ChatGPT has its faults. It definitely has its faults.
It did recommend like 78 ml of Alpha Reef in Tank 1. I was able to recover that. 2 parts going much better. Yeah. But to that effect, I'm considering, just adding another fish.
Did you say you feed 3 times a week?
No, 2 to 3 times a day now. I listened to Jim. Jim said to stop feeding once a month. And then, I'm like, all right, once a week. That didn't seem to be doing it. And now I'm at...
Hold on. I think it was more than Jim that jumped on the what the
No,
fuck
I'm pretty
wagon.
sure it was just Jim. I've blocked everything out. It's
just Jim.
I'm dosing the Alpha Reef by hand. I'm looking at Marketplace just to see if I can pick up a cheap pump to kind of keep things on cruise control. But other than that, I mean, fairly unremarkable. I'm a little bummed out about this clownfish here. So hoping that kind of putting him in a corner. I'm open to suggestions too, y'all. I mean, he's basically been refusing food for two days, very disinterested, hiding under the rock. I suspect that it's, a function of aggression, though I haven't seen any kind of nipping or anything like that. So
maybe just getting used to being offered food more than once a month.
No, this is a newer fish, okay? So this
just joking.
Fuck.
He's
I'm
not
still
wild.
sensitive.
He's not a wild clown, is he?
No, I don't think so. I got him from
probably furious, to be honest.
No, it's odd because he had been eating essentially eating daily for 2 weeks, no problems. And then kind of all of a sudden, no changes, right? There were
Do you mix your food? Is your food a mix of different things?
It is. It's a mix of mysis, roe egg, and TDO pellets on occasion for phosphate. And it goes down well. I mean, I'm looking. I've read that maybe bloodworms or some other type of food, like some live brine shrimp, might be. Come again?
Blackworms, not bloodworm. Bloodworms, fresh water. You don't want to be putting that in.
Oh,
yeah, I'll feed bloodworms.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to tell you, but I just not talking to you on.
So main mixed food. I mean, just kind of thumbs up, thumbs down? Is it a bad idea to try and separate the bully in an acclimation box to give the fish that's been kind of terrorized some time alone, or like what is the group?
They're
think
both
here?
clowns.
Yeah,
Same size.
roughly. The dominant ones are just a tad bigger, and the one that's DNS is hosting
might not make a difference. They just go right back to fights.
Yeah.
So try different food, or
separate. Put in different tanks.
Is the weak fish pooping? Or have you noticed anything weird with his poo?
I haven't seen anything yet. It does seem like his breathing. I don't want to say it's labored, but it's frequent. Like it's pretty quick. I haven't observed any pooping.
No stringy hanging out from him or nothing.
Correct. Fortunately, so and I mean he's been swimming well. On occasion, he'll kind of venture out from his spot, but right now it's he's essentially reclusive. He is swimming. It's not like he's resting on the bottom or anything. So maybe just try different food. I mean, the thing is the hiding behavior to me is almost it may be related to the fact that he's not feeding, and just a function of stress. But I can't tell. I mean, I'll try and pick up some new food to see if that helps. But the kind of reclusive nature is a bit, disconcerting.
Have you ever
Can they
hatched
easily
brine?
break?
Come again?
Have you ever hatched brine shrimp?
No.
Like maybe if your shop has some eggs, you could attempt to hatch some live shrimp.
Okay. Thanks. I'll write that down.
Can they easily break line of sight in the tank?
Yeah. It's basically like a giant rock in the middle with a bowl shape, and so it's quite easy to do.
Okay, so obviously we are a little bit struggling for time here. Russ, do you even still have a tank?
Can I keep eating, just for clarification? Am I permitted?
Oh, you're allowed to mute yourself.
Okay. No, I mean eat.
Yes, I still have a tank. I can't convince my so-called friends to come get all my shit.
I don't know what Zach's excuse is. I mean, obviously I have slight border issues, but
It's a quick 14-hour drive. I mean, I don't see what the challenge is.
Yeah, you did the drive.
I think Jason's closer.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, so weekend reefing, fed the tank, water change, topped off the AFR and the X10 acid for the IV tester. Finally cleaned out the IV container and all that, so now my random errors and overflows have stopped.
Excellent.
Looked at a bunch of innovative marine tanks. I'm getting jealous of you guys with your fancy fleece rollers and stuff. So I think that's making me want to change up my system. But aside from that, it's just in a maintenance cycle.
Bolus.
Stuff's growing.
Bollocks.
I can't believe people run tanks without fleece rollers. I think it's just an automatic piece of the hobby for me.
Yeah, I started using filter socks again just to get rid of the debris in the main tank and the display. So
if you decided on what kind of tank you will be, do you think it will be an innovative marine?
probably. I just don't want to do the custom thing again. The cost is just silly compared to what you get. But the Innovate Marine I was looking at, it comes with a sump, which I don't want. And then I'd have to deal with people to get rid of it.
You just fucking firecracker it.
I don't know. I like the idea of the metal stand and all that.
Chinesium.
Just don't weld it.
But yeah, it's just nothing new. Haven't added anything. Been meaning to make some frags for a couple months. Haven't motivated myself to do it yet.
Well, you better get on it because baseball season's about to start. So
yes, it's going to get busier here.
You play baseball? You like some? Is that why your camera's not on? Because you're a famous baseball player.
Ask him about gloves, baseball gloves.
Just the kids' baseball season between practice and helping coach and all that stuff. It takes up a lot of my free time.
That's it, because you could be a famous baseball player, and I wouldn't recognize you.
Saltwater only, dude.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, listen, thank you so much to everybody for joining Salty Banter. We are now at 2 hours and 15 minutes. There are going to be some substantial edits. So thanks for that. But
hey, Jordan.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, everybody. Please like and subscribe, or hit dislike and unsubscribe. Nobody cares.
Leave a nasty comment too.
Yeah, just whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody will read them. Nobody will read them. You will just get abused. So,
if you leave comments, it'll get us more views.
You guys do know that I left a nasty comment for Jason, and that's when his tank went.
I read it.
His tank doubled.
Jim's comment is bow front, more like bore front.
Yeah. I didn't even see it, and then that's exactly when it started getting views. It's hilarious.
Yes. It just
how many views you on that in? How many have you got?
I don't know. It was 96 the other day.
Oh, wow.
90, I think 95 something. I don't know, 90 something.
The fuck?
He's coming for you, Rob.
He is. No, listen, thank you everybody for joining, and please check out all of these other people's YouTube channels. Reefers Network, obviously. We've got One Armed Reefer. We've got the Norfolk Reefer. It's the East Coast Reefer. There's so much content out there, and I'm really, really enjoying it. But anyway,
don't watch Rob. He sucks.
Prolific swimmer as well.
Pelagic swimmer. Yeah, he doesn't like talking about it. He's like, I don't care, Ron.
I think he should change his name to Bobby the YouTube channel.
Bobby the YouTube.
ETC. Yeah.
If anybody wants to continue chatting, hop onto Discord. Other than that, thank you so much, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
Yeah.
Rob. Jason. I thought Jason said he couldn't join today. Whoa, Liam.
Fuck you, man.
Where's your facial hair?
I know. I look like a 14-year-old. She moans like fuck at me when I do this.
No, trust me, Liam, you don't look like a 14-year-old.
Yeah,
I thought you had a fucking swimming cap on there for a minute, Jason. I thought it just come out of the pole.
No, I just got up though. I gotta hold my hair down with something. It's out of control.
Whoa!
Jesus.
Dude, it's 10 o'clock by you.
Yeah, I just got up. I didn't go to bed till 3:30.
What?
Yeah.
I think you are
Crazy. Who the fuck would do that?
Yeah. Sorry, what time is it, Melinda?
Sorry?
What time is it?
1 o'clock.
Fuck. You are keen. Keen bean.
It's not like I have a job anymore.
Is that still the case? Yeah.
Still the case.
Fucking
Yeah,
technology.
Brandon, I watched Game of Bones the other day.
Yeah,
No,
man.
you did
What
not.
season?
No, you
Fuck's
did
sake.
not.
I did. Yeah, I was a bit naive because I just put it on the living room telly. Just went, oh yeah. Brandon told me to watch this. My wife's like, you realise that's a fucking porno?
I was just about to say that. Isn't that a porno?
I was like, oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
How was it?
I watched the whole thing, hour and 41 minutes, just in case.
A long porno.
Just in case.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Robbie, watching the great.
Am I what?
Matt's
Watching
connection
the-
is terrible again.
Yeah.
Some days-
We meet him at AAC and we just work out. That's how he fucking talks.
Yeah, you just be blurred all the time, won't
You need to go back to another room, Matt. That's dire.
you? Can I've looked like this since I was 12. Most of the kids at school thought I was a teacher.
I bet you used that to your fucking advantage.
I bet you did some spanking, eh, Lee?
Lee was trying
Oh,
for this.
just you in detention there, David. You've been a very naughty boy.
Fucking hell.
Just rub one off on the board.
Come sit on my lap and we'll talk about the first thing that pops up.
Oh, well, that's the shenanigans section completed. Thank you, everybody. That's made my job so much easier.
What kind of a shit connection do you have, Matt? Like, good lord.
He's gonna
bad.
go fucking mental.
Yeah.
I'm on, I think it's 300 meg, and I actually want to throw it in the bin.
Yeah, but your fucking neighbour's got 299 of them.
There's like a hamster on a wheel somewhere, like trying to kick it going. Yeah.
It's Norfolk, it won't be an hamster, it'll be a seagull.
Hello.
I really like Tom's scape until you see the other half of it. Did you see that bit
Yeah.
floating? It looks really good.
It looked better there for a second.
Yeah. What, when Tom went where?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Thomas. How are you?
I'm all right, Lee. Your tits look marvellous in that t-shirt, by the way.
Fucking great, Best thing about being alone. No one can stop them.
No, I mean, sorry, I meant all three of them.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not my tit.
All my
it's
brain is doing is
chemicals.
I want to make a pussy joke with Jim's camera.
Go on.
I can see your pussy, Jim. He literally walked out of shot as I said it as well. Cat heard me. Fucking always stitch
okay.
up, don't they, cats? It's made me look like a twat halfway around the world.
Not look like.
Made you look like a twat with all our viewers. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Those 6 people would be fucked off.
Yeah. Your moustache, Mr. Budnick, is just so distracting. Anyway.
I didn't think you were
Ron
meant
Jeremy down there.
Yeah.
He looks like the villain from Sonic.
Dr. Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik.
Stop on sharks.